Okay, so I wanted to address this commenter. Yeah, for one, I kind of find it weird. I never said that Chrissy was a mammy. I haven't said that Chrissy was a mammy since I think December. There's one video that I did, Jessica versus Chrissy, Jessica X versus Chrissy. I always side with Jessica X over Chrissy. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. When it comes to colorism, I don't know. Chrissy, I don't agree with her on colorism. I probably would agree with the bum on the street with colorism over Chrissy. Okay, I'll agree with anybody over colorism over Chrissy. But I stopped calling her Mammy because Crystal Swirls did a video actually on Chrissy, and she was talking about her saying that she needed to stop crying about colorism, but Chrissy made a video basically in response to that, not directly at Crystal Swirls, but still she made a video on it, and she was basically saying that she is actually a rainbow swirler, you know. And so I've not called her a mammy because of that. I understand what she is, which is a rainbow swirler. And I understand that rainbow swirlers are different from mammies. I've worked for a channel that specifically had to do with rainbow swirlers. I have the mentality of I have no hate towards people who are rainbow swirlers, but I understand the mindset that they come from, and I understand that mindset is different from someone who is divested or a swirler. I personally am a swirler. I'm not divested, by the way. Divested black women are people who, for example, they're smarter, they make good choices, they level up, basically. That's the difference between a divested black woman and a swirling black woman. We don't vet as well. I am in my 20s. I am moving more towards divestment than swirling, honestly, but I do have a swirling background. I have no background being a rainbow swirler or a mammy, okay? I've never had an attraction to black men, um, dark skinned black men. I've never dated any black man. I've never done anything with a black man of any kind, light skin, mixed race, nothing. I've only dated men who were white or Hispanic, and um, that's about it. Um, oh, one guy he had a small percentage of Asian in him, but I thought he was white because he lied and basically put on his stuff that he was white, even though he wasn't. Anyway, generally, though, I'm into basically men of other races, and I've only dated men outside of my race. So, for my experience, I wouldn't say, I have anything in common with mammies or rainbow swirlers. A major thing still believe in the value of black men. And rainbow swirlers do believe in the value of black men. They believe that black men are good men. They believe that black men are men that they're attracted to and would consider to date. For whatever reason, they would consider dating them. They're attracted to them and they think they're a good choice. And so, I mean, to me, from my perspective, it's kind of like, that's their choice. And I kind of have this perspective, I guess, because of the history I've had with some channels that were rainbow swirlers. Um, and, some things they can get right, some things I don't relate to or understand. But at the end of the day, A rainbow swirler wants a black man, just like a mammy wants a black man. And, a rainbow swirler can be just as attracted to a black man as a mammy is. She can want black men just as hard as a mammy does. The only difference with a rainbow swirler is that rainbow swirlers are attracted to other races of men. And that's what I was saying with Chrissie is this. She is attracted to other races of men, therefore, I have not said that she's a mammy. I call her a rainbow swirler. But her mindset is going to be the same when it comes to the whole idea of black men's preferences. Black men who are, you know, what they basically think of black women and how they see black women. And the thing is, a divested woman or a swirling black woman, either one, neither of us are going to give a darn about what a black man thinks of black women when it comes to finding a partner because we're not considering them for partners, basically. You know, we're not interested in black men that way. We're not sexually attracted to them, and many of us don't think that they are good options for us. I would say I think all actually do not think they're good options for us. I mean, otherwise we would just be rainbow swirlers. So to me, that's what my perspective is. I kind of think she has a different perspective because of that. And much of her colorism platform comes from her mammy energy and her mammy perspective. Now, she's not a mammy, but she has a similarity to mammies because she is a rainbow swirler. She's not just a regular swirler. She's not divested. You know, she's not only attracted to men of other races. And that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about holding black men accountable. She's not going to be able to hold black men accountable because she can have just as much interest in black men as mammies do. And she can prefer black men just as much as mammies do. She just also has an attraction and interest in other races of men as well. So, her message of opening your options and just having whoever, is the best man for you kind of message, that is true to the idea of rainbow swirling, but with that mindset, you're also going to have the issue of those men that you prefer who are black as well as white don't prefer you, but they prefer someone who is lighter. That's what her obsession is. I don't think, I think that this issue of black men, dark skinned black men, not preferring dark skinned black women is never paid attention to properly. It's never addressed properly because they're always focused on the women. And the reason why mammies and rainbow swirlers do this is because they love black men way too much to criticize them properly for their self-hate. They don't even pay attention to the fact that the dark-skinned black man just said he hates everything that he looks like and that he is undesirable in his own phenotype. They totally ignored that because they were so obsessed with the idea of not being preferred by the black man because mammies and rainbow swirlers want black men that badly. They want black men that deeply that it doesn't matter how he sees himself, they just care that they're not preferred by him. So that's what I was saying about accountability. Chrissie does not hold black men accountable for their self-hate. She focuses more on the women that she thinks are preferred by black men when they're not. I mean, lighter skinned black women are not preferred by black men who hate themselves. They are often told openly. If you watch this video, um, Popeye Cherry made for black men who, um, for colorism basically, black men that approached her that would dog black men basically. I mean, dog black women, sorry. But they would dog black women in her presence basically. And I can say that that's a common thing that dark skinned black men will do to black women who are not dark skinned and try to basically push us to be mixed because that's their preference, supposedly. But they don't prefer mix because they hate the black in mix. Without black, they're not mixed. So they hate what's in that mixed person too. They hate all those people. All they're really saying to the mixed and light skinned and light brown skinned black people is that they hate them less, basically. And it's such a depressing and sad position that mammies and rainbow swirlers are in, that they are jealous and mad and sad that black men just won't tolerate them and won't just hate them a little less. This is such desperation, it's so sad. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying about holding black men accountable. Chrissy doesn't hold them accountable because she's too focused on women that they hate just a little less. And she won't address the self hate that dark skinned black men have because she loves them way too much, just like a mammy does. So, with all that said, I'm not saying that she is a mammy. I'm saying she's a rainbow swirler. But there's a commonality between the two. And as someone who is only attracted to men of other races, I would never, I do not understand their perspective, but I understand why they do it, and I understand is that they won't handle the real problem of dark-skinned black men because they can't. And they can't because they love them too much. So that's basically all I have to say here. Oh, I wanted to also address one other part you were saying about receiving hate from women who aren't dark skinned or something of that nature. Um, so, are we going to just assume that dark skinned black women have more hate for their skin tone than other colors? How do we know that? I never understand that. Because personally, for me, I've experienced hate from dark skinned black people, light skinned black people, and brown skinned black people for my skin tone. So, and I'm not dark skinned, I'm brown skinned. So, I mean, I don't really get why we're just saying that, oh, someone has more hate just because they have more melanin. Is it more so likely that that's just a hypothesis? How can you really know that's true unless you've lived the other people's lives? You only get one life. So you don't know what I experience being lighter than a dark skinned black person. You don't know what someone lighter than me experiences. So that's to me, that's why I'm like, the whole thing about trying to say someone has it worse than the other, why don't we just come together on anti-blackness and misogynoir is wrong. And it doesn't matter what color the person is, it's just wrong. Whether they're dark, whether they're light, whether they're medium, it's wrong. Misogynoir is wrong. And that's all I have to say there. I think we should just have a collective whole pro-black women message. Why should we single out anyone? It only creates division. So, yeah, that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching, and bye.